Hello and welcome to this edition of the Market Share. I'm Paul Gifford, Chief Investment Officer at First Source Bank. As I was listening to the radio the other day, the band Styx came on and their song The Best of Times was playing. And we think about investors over the last 2 years, it truly has been the best of times as we've seen portfolios grow in value. And as we look over the next 12 months, we expect the economy in the United States to continue to be good. We expect corporate earnings to continue to grow. We see jobs being plentiful, and you add in the benefit of strong corporate and personal balance sheets, and it should be a relatively good year in the economy. The same song has a line that says, the headlines read, these are the worst of times. And U.S. consumers, which make up 70% of our economy, probably feel more like that. And the main reason we have the discrepancy between the good data and this bad feeling that we are seeing with consumers is inflation. And so when we pull up the first chart here, this is actually consumer sentiment over the last several decades. You can see there's a lot of volatility over that time period. And since the beginning of the year, we've seen a dramatic fall off. And the biggest reason we really think for that fall off is inflation. And so when you think about going to the grocery store or filling up that tank of gas and hoping that it's not $70 this week, you can see why consumers are feeling a little less rosy than the best of times. Now, what's really interesting as we pull up our second graphic is that consumer spending, even with the volatility in sentiment, continues to be consistent. And that terracotta line, which goes down the middle, shows that consistently spending pattern that consumers have. And for the most part, that continues to grow month over month. We're growing 1/10%, 2/10, 3%, 0.3% per month. It continues to grow. And we expect that to continue into 22 and 2023. As I mentioned, there's plenty of jobs. People are seeing pay raises. They've accumulated a lot of excess savings in their accounts, and they should be able to continue to spend. Now, we know that we've talked about the best of times. We've talked about the worst of the times. Most of the time, markets are somewhere in between. And it's really in those day-to-day decisions as markets are in between that we can add value to your portfolio. As always, thank you for the opportunity to work with you and your family, and have a great day.